Hello everyone, how are you guys doing today? Welcome back to another reaction episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. This is Minimus Fat. Hello. Buffy time. Last time on Buffy, we got the Anya episode. Pretty good. I like getting an Anya episode finally, because Anya feels like a character we've had for a long time and we never really got a properly dedicated Anya episode. She's just been tagging along forever. And I like getting an Anya episode because it actually adds a lot to her character. We get a lot more context. And what's interesting about that is that it's something that made sense before without any context, but it's something that you had to work for in order to get there. But it made perfect sense. And I kind of figure that, but it's different when the show just tells you straight up, like, this is what's going on with Anya. This is why she does the things that she does. And it's almost to like reaffirm her identity, honestly. And that's so interesting to me. I like that a lot. And her friend, Halfrick, she died. That's it. Apparently, I was told, I didn't even realize this, but my editor told me that Halfrick was supposed, or like there was a thought to maybe make her be the same girl that rejected William a long time ago in the episode with the Spike backstory in season 5, because they are the same actress. And my response to that was, wait, they're the same actress? I didn't realize that. I can do a lot of work when it comes to like figuring out stuff in fiction, but don't ask me to recognize a face. That was just a white woman to me. I don't know exactly which one. I was just like, whatever. That's not what's interesting to me. And to be fair, Halfrick, like the woman from Spike's backstory, we only saw her like once for like a little bit. And Halfrick also wears like a bunch of like demon face for a lot of it. But I do remember Halfrick's face. I just didn't remember Spike's backstory girl's face. So that's interesting. I if my editor hadn't told me that, I would have never known that. So that's fun. That's actually fun. I do like that. But Anya lost her powers. She's no longer a vengeance demon, and she has to now be a human, but also she has to figure out exactly who she is, because when she was latching onto Xander before, she didn't really have an identity. She was just making her role her identity, and she wanted to perform that role like 100% because that is who she decided that she was gonna be, and she doesn't really have that anymore, and she actually has to figure out who she is now. That seems to be the case. So that's fun. That's a fun direction to take the Anya character into. I wasn't necessarily expecting that, but I do like that a lot. Honestly, the best part of previous episode, like the part that matters the most to me, is the implication that a misunderstanding, not even a misunderstanding, just a straight up lie in the friendship of our main cast kind of sent Buffy into like a different version of her life in which she holds different beliefs than she would have held if we had said something differently. And that is at the end of season 2, when she killed Angel, whenever Willow wanted to support Buffy in that you don't have to do that, because Buffy really needed somebody to just have her back and be like, essentially try to be there to protect Buffy's heart. But then Xander went and told her, get his ass. And Willow also told me to get his ass. And then Buffy was like, all right, I guess I just have to kill my heart now. So then she went and killed Angel and didn't really give a shit about her own feelings. She was just like, I'm gonna go and kill him. That's the job. And previous episode that actually came back in the sense that she was like, I have to kill Anya, and that's the job. And then everybody was like, we don't do that stuff. That's bad. We don't kill our friends. We talk with them. And then Buffy was like, well, I had to kill Angel, and you guys were really in for that, so I have to kill Anya as well, because like that's the job. My heart is dead. I have to kill it. The Slayer takes over. That's the job. She just straight up told them that, and Willow was like, I didn't say that. And Xander was just like, so that's gonna be really interesting moving forward, because like now they know that. Like, Willow knows that specifically. So I wonder what that's gonna look like. Maybe we'll come back this episode. Maybe we'll be in 15 episodes. Wait, what episode are we on? 6? So I guess in 15 episodes, in the final episode, it could come back. But like, I feel like that's gonna come back in some way. And that's gonna be fucking messy when it does. Because that is a Xander fuck up that has had repercussions in Buffy's like entire being. And that finally came back previous episode, and that means that, and he came back in a way in which it tells us that Buffy, like, her beliefs are shaped by that, and that was a lie. And it wasn't just a lie, it was like weird manipulation on Sander. It was like Sander being on some level like petty, because like maybe he still had some leftover feelings with Buffy and stuff, and he was just like, yeah, fucking kill him, get his ass, like, that guy's evil, he killed our teacher, I fucking hate him because he fucked you, like, whatever. Also, like, early Sander sucked. So like he did that, and maybe on some level maybe he was also thinking like, you know, like, fuck it, like, we need to kill him, who gives a shit. And that's because like Sander didn't have any feelings for Angel, you know, and if he did, maybe they were negative. But Buffy did have feelings for Angel, and Sander didn't consider that. Actually, he was just like, fuck it, kill him. So, and that was a decision that he made by lying to Buffy and making Buffy do that, basically. And that's fully on him. And we'll see where that goes. Okay, I think that's it for this intro. Sorry, it was a long one. Patreon, check out the Patreon. Link in the description below, pop up on the screen. You can support the channel. You can watch the next couple of Buffy reactions as well as Angel watch-alongs over there. So yeah, check that out. All right, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Season 7, Episode 6. Let's go.
You're gonna live in a small room over there. You're not gonna touch my food. I take the first shower in the morning, and if I use up all the hot water, that's your tough noogies.
Spike is coming in to live with Sander. Holy shit.
The school basement is making him crazy. We can't just leave him there.
Crazy basement guy is better than stalking Buffy guy.
It's just, things are different now. He has a soul.
Yeah, what does that mean exactly, that Spike is all soul having?
I don't know, but he's been through a lot, and nobody is attacking
Buffy.
Sorry.
No, it's me. I just...
I'll go. This can't work. Bollocks to the whole thing. I don't need you mollycoddling.
It's not coddling. Now go to your closet.
So what is it? Last night you said you weren't helping Spike out of pity. What is it?
I don't know what I'm feeling.
You love him?
No.
Is empathy, like, is pity wrong? Like, that's kind of where I'm at. Like,
no, I'm just trying to understand. Spike says he'd die for you, but he tries to rape you.
For the record, Spike knew how wrong it was. That's why he went away.
But to get a soul? Like, that would make him a better man? Xander had a soul when he stood Anya up at the altar. I just don't think it's the school basement that's making people crazy.
it's life that's making people crazy. I do like that Dawn is questioning that.
I mean, I just don't understand these relationships where you all do insane things.
Okay, this is just funny now. Okay. Dawn's falling for some jock. Who knows what his deal is. I do like what Dawn said, though. It was like, Sander had a soul when he left Annie at the altar. And it's like, yes, people with a soul still very much have a capacity for hurting. Even evil. Even though what Sander did wasn't evil. He was just fucked up. Every single one, like, everybody has the capacity to do fucked up things for either complicated reasons or even evil reasons. That is like a choice. That is a choice and reaction. Don't necessarily correlate to nature. Okay, immediately into a fight.
Maybe I'm not even the right Anya. I ever think about that? I mean...
Okay, so they're just sending assassins after Anya now?
I guess Hoffman decided to take you out after all.
Yeah, not had a vengeance for nothing.
That's rough.
Thank you for the generous life-saving. Now, please go away.
I get it. After last week, you feel you need to be all renegade and broody.
Need to figure out who I am.
I don't want my friends out there alone right now.
Well, I guess you guys could use my help. I mean, Willow's not very good with the practical strategizing. And Dawn, she's not really good for anything.
Okay, Dawn is living her own, like, early 2000s teenage romance movie. She has her own soundtrack and everything.
Hey, RJ.
Hey, Summers.
Did she have a reputation of being, like, the crazy girl?
I was wondering, you had Mr. Gurn for English back in your old school, right?
We all did.
I have him this year.
The awkwardness of the moment is...
I actually kind of liked him.
Right.
Okay, conversation.
Right. No, I like them. It's just, you know...
Everybody's just like...
Good. You know, I heard someone saying yesterday that we're gonna go all the way to the championships this year.
We actually have a good shot, considering we're a new team.
Yeah, well, if you can get us past Highland, you've got a good shot.
But you actually think Coach should start your quarterback over me?
I'm just saying.
The quarterback is the
infighting.
most important member of the team. He is like the rudder that guides the ship.
Right.
Oh, Dawn.
You're all on the team.
She's gonna join the team. She's gonna be a new
Talk
cheerleader.
later, guys. That's cool.
Oh, Dawn. Oh, god damn it. Dawn can move. She knows ballet. So she might be good at this.
Razorbacks! Razorbacks, go! RJ!
I have a really hard time with secondhand embarrassment. I don't this episode is testing me. It's making me feel bad. I care a lot about Dawn Summers. I don't want her to go through this. Can we go back to Spike now? Can we go to Spike time?
RJ's never gonna notice me now.
From what you said, I'm sure he already noticed you. I mean, with the falling and the spirit.
Buffy, it's not time to talk like Joss Whedon wrote you.
Things a lot better, I see. Shall I order a pizza? Don't teens in a snit like pizza?
It is not a snit.
Don, what is that?
Horror
It's the
quotes.
end of my life.
Good line.
Remember when she used to have a crush on me? I missed the much cuter me crush.
You shredded my outfit.
I'll buy you a new one.
It's not the point. Don, I'm sorry that you feel so bad. In the morning, this won't seem so terrible. You don't even know this RJ.
I do know him. I know his soul.
Don, he wasn't even on your radar yesterday.
It's the jacket. Something about the big letter on the chest makes girls get all swoony and crushy.
It isn't a crush. It's love.
Oh,
I love RJ.
girl.
Since yesterday.
You're telling me I don't feel what I feel? Know what? Maybe I don't want advice from the dysfunction queen.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
You have no idea what real love is. Maybe if you did, you wouldn't make fun of me this way.
I mean,
I'm not making fun of you.
Leave me alone.
I do like this storyline when you zoom out and actually put it into the direct comparison of everyone else, though. I just don't want to necessarily see Dawn go through it.
Yeah, I told you, man. All those fumbles in practice, he was gonna come down on you.
I'm starting on Saturday.
Eat shit, RJ. Oh, I'm already foreseeing the future. She's gonna be there for him, be like, hey, you're cool still, and he's gonna take advantage of
You
that.
can't do this to RJ.
Oh no, she's just going for vengeance.
He works so hard.
You didn't know that!
I mean, this is how the game is played. Make the best man win.
But nobody's better than RJ.
What?
Yeah, well,
Girl!
that's not really up to you, is it?
I knew she was gonna do that. I thought
It
about
all
it.
happened so fast. One minute he was walking and then he fell.
Why would he say you pushed him down the stairs?
I don't know.
Yeah, well, to be candid, it wouldn't be the first time I caught O'Donnell in the lie. Anyway, I'm gonna have to call Coach Wheeler, tell him the bad news.
At least he's still got RJ to take over.
Yeah.
Buffy, yeah. Oh boy.
Summers, I heard Wood hauled you into his office. About O'Donnell?
Yes.
That sucks, facing the whole Inquisition thing.
Yeah. No one expects
The Spanish Inquisition!
Good meme.
It was really no big deal. He just wanted me to tell him about the accident.
Yeah,
I mean,
it sucks when these things just happen.
he knows, but that makes it a bad person.
Out of nowhere.
He's like, oh, it's so cool you did that for me. You hurt
You
that
know, I was
person
thinking
for
of
me.
heading out tonight after
And that's
practice.
awful.
You wanna meet up?
That makes him a bad person. I mean, you don't need me to give you, like, the understanding of, like, what makes a good or a bad person. We're talking about dumb teenagers, but...
I'm just saying, once you get back to Seoul, doesn't that mean you start, like, picking up your own wet towels off the floor?
I mean, my man's got depression, so it's kind of not.
Buff,
I think that's the guy.
you don't seem so tough.
Check out the fan club.
Daddy-like.
Glad Donnie isn't here to see her precious boyfriend getting all thrusty with some slut bag hussy.
Like,
Oh.
why do you think it wasn't her?
No.
She looks a
You
little
know,
bit
I
different.
wasn't, when I was looking, I wasn't, oh God.
Right there with you.
Okay, that is funny.
So, do you have plans later? Or are you just gonna go down to the docks, wait for the fleet to come in?
What?
Where do I start with the bad?
What about throwing a guy down the stairs?
Don't you dare embarrass me in front of him.
This boy has you acting crazy.
So what? Suddenly you're mom now?
No, I'm not. And I am glad she's not here to see you like this.
Oof. That's hurtful.
Sorry.
You just can't handle it. You've always been the special one. And now someone likes me and you just can't stand that I'm getting the attention. And I'm sorry, but I like the way RJ makes me feel. And if you think that makes me a slut or whatever, I don't care.
I know what you're doing, slut. You're gonna back off now.
You know what's sad? A girl who can't move on when she's been dumped.
He didn't dump me!
Okay, first with the lap dance, now with the cat fight.
RJ is mine, I mean it! Stay away from him!
Well, at least someone agrees you shouldn't be dating this guy.
How about if you tried doing your own homework for a change? No more getting these young, impressionable women to do it for you.
I love how it's like, this guy sucks. We just keep learning that over and over. You didn't need to sell me so hard on it. I already knew. Like,
Whoa, hang on there, Slappy.
Man, like it's not bad enough I got that guy riding my back all the time. Hey, I told him I was sorry about the homework.
Not the homework, Mr. Wizard. The girls. Look, I know how guys like you work. I crush little girls and all their little feelings. All I have to do is lead a team of high school athletes, everyone depending on me. But it doesn't mean you get to disregard other people's feelings. People look up to you, and you need to keep that in mind when you...
she's realizing that this...
You run a lot, huh? I mean...
Wait.
They work you pretty hard, don't they?
Yeah.
He has a charm on. He has some kind of magical charm that makes women like him. That's it.
You know, I just realized I'm basically the same age as you. I'm not really...
This is difficult to watch. I know it's like a magical charm or something, like some kind of weird spell or some bullshit, but like Buffy, that's a minor.
Right. I'm really...
I thought that she was realizing that Dawn was the one at fault more than this guy. But no, it's actually this guy has some kind of like weird spell that makes him hot to women, I suppose.
I wanted to tell you that I talked to RJ today. I think he likes you. Didn't have a thing to say against you.
Oh boy.
Yes, he did.
The way Buffy looked, it was like,
Tiniest thing.
she's sabotaging her own sister.
Lay back a little. Let him come to you. Dawn, you're gonna come out the winner here, with me looking out for you.
Oh my god. This is like a season 2 plotline.
So we can solve for Y in terms of
Sorry to interrupt.
Oh my god! This is so difficult to watch! I literally instinctively pulled up my phone to see if I have some notification or something, so I don't have to look at my screen. It makes me so fucking uncomfortable, this fucking bullshit. What's the magical charm he has on? Is it like a magical item, or is it like a magical spell, or is he a demon? Like, it's something, but I don't know what exactly.
I've always been fascinated by football.
The thing of it is, nobody gets how much time goes into it with...
He just gets to act cool, and everybody just gravitates towards him.
I still say Wood's the worst. You haven't seen the way that guy rides me. And sometimes I didn't even do anything wrong.
Ma'am, that's a minor. What if there wasn't like a magical charm? What if there wasn't a spell? What if Buffy's just doing this? That would be the craziest shit in the world. Dawn's gonna see. Dawn never gets to be happy.
What's wrong?
Hi, construction
That guy
worker
in the
center.
jacket?
I don't even want to hear his name anymore.
I just called him that guy in the jacket.
It's the jacket. It might just be the jacket. The jacket is a magical item.
Okay, I think Dad needs you.
Xander, hi. Dawn, please stop crying. Crying isn't gonna make his love for me go away, you know.
Oh my
You're under a
god.
love spell. That's what this has to be.
This isn't magic. This is my heart.
Look, I know this feels terrible, but it isn't real. Try to hold on to that.
Did you hear that? It isn't real.
Oh my god.
You're just crazy.
It is so real. You knew how I felt like, and you betrayed me.
You're the one that constructed this elaborate fantasy about you and my lover.
Your lover?
I love how crazy they sound.
Stop! You're not supposed to do this!
Why?
I have to say, it's
You
kind
were
of
the one I
fun.
trusted.
That sucks. It interrupted my thought. It was so sad. It's kind of fun whenever Sarah Michelle Gellar gets to act a little crazy. Because she clearly is not acting like herself. It's not acting like Buffy. Yeah, that's exactly the episode I was thinking about earlier. Dude!
Info on one RJ Brooks.
Oh, let me see his their picture.
Hey, I knew his brother. He was a big jock at Sunnydale High, too. Maybe he was a way in.
Now look for a picture.
I'm just saying we're tangling with a powerful spell here. We don't know what the deal is.
Oh boy, spike time.
Keep an eye out if this guy looks twitchy. Don't let this guy charm you either.
Yeah.
So what's up with RJ? I know a girl that might be going out with him, and I was wondering.
That you want to know if he's a good guy. Truth is, he's the best. I gotta tell you, there was a time I was worried about RJ. Then he, what do you call it? Blossomed. That's what it was like.
And do you have any idea why he burst into a flower all of a
You're
sudden?
wearing your brother's jacket. Here in this picture.
Yeah, it's the
no,
jacket.
Dude, he's wearing mine. That jacket was with me all the way through high school.
The jacket.
Gave it to him when
The
I
jacket.
graduated.
So what's interesting is like, does he know that it's the jacket that does that? Maybe he's just acting normal. And that's the part that sucks, is that he's just being an asshole. Oh, god damn it.
You have to be.
I was looking for Buffy.
Buffy's not here. Go away.
No Buffy for you.
God
Leave
damn it.
quickly now.
Okay. Tell her to call me.
Wait, hold on a second. Yeah.
But you don't even know him.
Yes, I do. AJ is my best friend and my dearest darling.
It's RJ.
What's going on?
Willow thinks she's in love with my boyfriend, RJ.
This is so stupid.
You can't do this.
This
Willow's
is
a gay
funny,
woman.
honestly.
This isn't about his physical presence. It's about his heart.
His physical
He has the
presence
heart
has
of a woman.
penis.
I can work around it.
This isn't fair. How can you all be doing this to me?
Okay, wait, everyone wait. Just calm down, okay? You've both been affected by the same love spell that got Dawn.
There's a simple answer to this. Just think about who loves him the most. Clearly, I do, since I'm willing to look past the whole orientation thing.
I'd kill for him.
Yes, kill for him. I'm the Slayer. Slayer means kill. Oh, I'll kill the principal.
That is
We've already done that before.
Yeah? Good.
Wait, we didn't do that.
I
It
can
just
keep
happened
my love
around
with
us.
Magic.
What are you gonna do? Use magic to make him into a girl? Damn.
Doesn't sound like a bad idea.
Sorry, Donnie. You're never gonna get him.
Like, we're splitting this from comedy to Dawn feeling like shit. Oh my god. I hope she turns him into a girl. Okay, now we're in a different show. Now we're doing like a spy movie. Okay, so she's gonna do a spell to turn him into a girl. Buffy is gonna go kill the principal. Anya's gonna go rob a bank, I guess. I guess that's what she's doing. And what's Dawn up to? What's Dawn doing? Buffy has a rocket launcher, by the way. Is Dawn gonna go kill herself by laying in the train tracks? Okay. I don't know how I
Go
feel about the
Hecate.
severity of the act being a
Alright.
joke. Turn
Hear my
RJ into a
request.
woman.
A simple change. Create a daughter from us.
Why not?
What the hell are you doing?
Proving I love RJ.
That's the only one I wanted to see.
I don't have much time. Before Buffy and Anya and Dawn have a chance to prove that they love RJ the most.
And how are they gonna do that exactly?
Well, Buffy's gonna kill Principal Wood.
Fine, okay, let's start there.
She has a rocket launcher. Thanks, Spike. The way this is directed is so fun. And you know, it's been a while since we had like a stupid episode, like a silly episode.
What are you guys doing?
Locator spell. Human variety. Almost done.
Who are we looking for?
Anya? Oh, we're going after Dawn first. Okay. Because she's just gonna die if we don't.
You realize that Anya's probably seducing RJ even as we speak. Well, I wouldn't put it past her. She's recently evil, you know.
So am I. What
Dawn is about to die and they're arguing over fucking RJ. Part of me was honestly hoping that Buffy would just punch the train and stop it that way.
This is a plan? You're gonna steal RJ by being trisected?
But if I did this, then his whole life he'd know there was someone that loved him so much they'd give up their life.
Ton, no guy is worth your life, not ever. Ton, I would give him to you in a second if I could.
I thought you wanted him for you.
Is this what breaks the spell?
Well, yeah. I think it might be under a spell here. I hear you.
Okay. We both realized it. Was that an Xbox? God, it's crazy to see an Xbox in Buffy. That's like, I mean, that's something modern. That isn't Buffy. Take the jacket off. There we go. Hell yeah.
That,
Burn
my
it.
friends, is the smell of sweet, sweet victory.
You didn't, think about slipping that jacket on just a little bit.
I refuse to answer that on the grounds that it didn't fit.
I can't believe I almost.
I can't believe I almost.
It was a spell.
True, you fell for a mystical ancient curse.
You hear that? Not your fault.
I'm just the way I acted, the way I talked to you. I feel so stupid all over a spell.
Get ready to feel even stupider when it's not.
Hey, Anya.
That's gonna happen.
You never told us what you can't believe you almost.
No, she did rob a bank. She did rob a
did you
bank,
do?
actually. She has like $5 billion
I
in a bag.
wrote a poem comparing him to a daisy and a tower and a lake.
And we're gonna hear.
On Sunnydale's late-night bandit who is still at large. A masked thief held up a number.
Okay, great. Ice cream, my treat.
Did she just hold people hostage with a gun? That's so fucking funny. Okay. It's been a long time since we had like a silly episode, you know, like a full season, maybe more. Like, we haven't had a silly episode this season. We had Help episode 4, which wasn't silly. It was less about the cast and more about like some random teenager that we're hanging out with, which was very reminiscent of early Buffy, but that was a more serious story about preventing someone from, I mean, it was supposed to evoke the feeling of preventing someone from committing suicide, but it was actually just like saving a kid who was doomed to die. This episode is just some stupid, goofy ass shit. The story that it's written, the way that it's directed, the score, like the jacket had its own soundtrack, like it was crazy. The thing about this, it was a fun episode to watch, and then it made me also very uncomfortable at other times for a variety of different things. So ultimately, I don't think I liked that episode very much, but goddamn, it was funny at some points, you know? It really was. Because the soundtrack was how it was immediately funny. And then the way that Dawn acted, and then the way that Buffy acted was just weird and creepy and I didn't like it. But then when Willow and Anya got brought into the fold as well, and everybody was just acting crazy, then the episode just went, like, it just got turned to 11 in how silly it became. The way that everybody is acting crazy, and then they decide, Buffy is like, I'm gonna go kill the principal, and then Willow is like, I'm gonna turn him into a woman, and then they all start doing it, and then we get like a spy movie montage of everybody in like a different screen with spy movie soundtrack playing, and then Buffy pulls out a rocket launcher to kill the principal with. Like, that was so funny. I have to give it to this episode. The final third of it was pretty funny. I don't think this is an episode that really matters whatsoever. And in that way, it feels very much like a season 2 episode. I said this before, but it does feel that way. And the specific season 2 episode I was thinking of was the episode where Xander became a woman magnet. Everybody loved him. Every woman loved Xander. And then Xander made allusion to that. Like, we got like a flashback to it. That's that. The show itself acknowledges it. I don't know how I feel about Xander being like, oh, that was awesome, instead of just like, yeah, that was weird. This episode feels like the only, not the only, but the part of it that makes this episode very uncomfortable for me is that Buffy fucked a minor. I mean, maybe he wasn't a minor. Maybe he's 18, barely. That doesn't make it better. It's still weird. It's still weird as hell. Because like, it wasn't just a like kissing. It was, they actually just actively had sex. We saw it. So that's awful. that's goddamn awful. That feels like shit. And it's not like we can judge Buffy's character for it because she was under a spell. But like, it doesn't feel good that we, the audience, get to see it. You know? It really feels like shit. And it also feels like shit because we made light of it. Because this entire episode made light of a lot of stuff. In this episode, Dawn went to like kill herself. And it was presented as a joke. The only part that makes it better is the fact that it became the reason why they snapped out of it. You know, it became the reason why both Buffy and Dawn realized like, oh, we're under a spell. Because like, we definitely care about one another, and the fact that we're going up to this lengths where like this would happen has to mean that we were under a spell. And that it's cool that became the wake up call. Like, they realized that before the jacket was burned, and that is cool because it's about them overcoming whatever was in front of them through realizing that they truly do care and love one another. And fuck that guy, that the guy doesn't matter. So that's kind of cool. But it still felt weird to like watch the montage of like Buffy with like a rocket launcher, Anya doing this like robber thing, pulling down the mask on her, Willow being like, I'm gonna turn that boy gay, and then Dawn is like, I'm gonna die. Like, I'm killing myself right now as we speak. And it was like presented in this like jokey, fun, like spy movie shit. And I don't know how I feel about that yet. It was resolved in a better way that I enjoyed. But before that, it felt like it was kind of not taking that super seriously. And then the fact that Buffy fucked that guy, which is a minor, also not taken super seriously. And also Dawn's feelings were not taken super seriously as well, because, you know, they were fake, manufactured. But that doesn't mean that I don't get to feel for Dawn, because she's also like a teenager. It feels like Dawn probably would have some feelings that she would have to work through even after the spell is gone. And no, never mind, we're not going to talk about that. So like, that's where I thought the episode was going, because at the beginning of the episode, Dawn was having a crush on this guy, and it was compared to Buffy. And does Buffy know what love is, you know? Because like Buffy has also had a history of being in relationships with other people, and were those people good? Did they respect her? The relationship being sexual or romantic in nature, or maybe there's like a straight up like divide between the two. Like there's so many different factors about Buffy and relationships, and it's interesting to like actually converse and talk about them, and whether or not this, because like when Dawn asked Buffy, like, do you know what love is? I was like, I don't know if she does actually, because like love is such a complex, difficult thing. It's so different too from person to person. Like I genuinely believe that like most people don't know what love is, because I also feel like love is something that's difficult to pinpoint. It's something that means different things depending on the person, probably. Like it's something that I wondered so much for like so long, and I think something I'm realizing like now that I'm getting to 30 years old, like I'm like, I think most people don't know, and I think that they think that they know, but they actually don't. Right? I got into this like YouTube series where they read like Reddit stories. It's kind of fun, honestly. It's like reading people's stories that they post on Reddit, and then they, you know, talk about it. And something that I realized with that is that people who post shit on Reddit, which is just normal people, they consistently say like, oh, we're so in love, our relationship is honestly perfect, but he set my dog on fire, and I don't know, maybe am I overreacting for feeling bad about that? And it's just like, you don't know what love is. Like, what is going on there? And it's just like, and that happens so often, because like that's like every other story that I see from Reddit is that. And I understand that they're handpicked, but it's also something that I myself on the internet have seen a lot of. It's like this thing regarding love, and I feel it, and it's so intensely, and it's real, and I know that it's real, but also, and then they give a detailed explanation as to how it's not. To you, an observer, it's so clear that it's not. And you're just like, what is going on here? And it's like, yeah, like I fully have this belief that people who are in love and they are in relationships and they're together, even if they have been together and married for like 30 years or whatever, maybe they're not in love, like straight up. I have a friend of mine who mentioned somewhat recently that their parents, like they've never seen their parents like even like kiss or anything, and they've been together their whole life. And this friend of mine is in their 30s, and it's this thing of like, yeah, like those people are probably not in love, like straight up. They just decided this is like an arrangement we have. It's like a living arrangement. We're roommates in some way, and we're both raising these children, but we're not actually in love. And it's this thing of like, I think so many people just straight up have that. So when Dawn asks Buffy that, I'm like, I don't think she knows. I think that that's too complex of a conversation to be having here, and I don't think any of y'all know shit. So what I thought earlier in the episode is that the episode was gonna present us with this like very like innocent teenage crush that's gonna end up crushing Dawn, because Dawn is gonna be learning the hard way that this guy sucks. But it is also this thing of like learning about relationships in general being confusing, and making you be crazy and not realize certain things. But also at the same time, like, I don't know, man, we're animals. Like, we're just doing shit sometimes for just the moment of it, and sometimes it doesn't make any goddamn sense. Like, maybe we were gonna explore something deeper, and it was something that like it was gonna contrast but also complement this idea of like relationships that Buffy has gone through, and that maybe Xander and Anya's relationship being weird, and how do you make any sense of that? And it's like, it's complicated. I thought that was gonna be the direction that this was going, and then it wasn't, and then it just turned into silly memes. That was like whiplash for me, because I saw a version of this episode that had a little more depth to it, and that's where I thought it was gonna go, and then it was just like, no, we're just gonna make jokes, and that felt weird to me. And that's just me, to be clear, that's just me, because I made that experience happen. So that's on me, but that's where I'm at, that's emotionally where I'm at. I watched this episode and I thought it was gonna be a different type of episode, and then it just became a joke episode, and then I was like, I mean, it is kind of funny, but that means that whatever I had in mind that I kind of wanted to talk about doesn't really apply, because this was a joke one. This was one of the funny ones. There's not much else to say here. I guess Spike is now living with Xander. That's something that's happening. Spike didn't really show up in this episode much. He was there to he's the one that noticed the jacket stuff. Because Spike is perceptive. He is. So he put two and two together. He figured that out, and he was part of the solution. He didn't cause any problems. I guess overall good Spike episode, but it wasn't interesting. And so does that make it a good episode? Spike behaved, but Spike makes an episode more interesting whenever he doesn't behave. In that way, Spike is truly the Nagito Komaeda of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop with this recording. I think I just said something truly cursed. I don't know what else to say. Because honestly, I'm thinking about this episode, let me skim through it. Did anything happen in this episode that matters, I guess Buffy and Anya are cool with one another. And Anya has demon assassins after her. I'm skimming through the episode and it's just some goofy shit. That's it. That's the entire episode. Just straight up, that's the entire episode. I really wanted Willow to hit that guy with the transgender beam. I really did. Because what makes it funnier too is that I don't think AJ knew that the jacket was special. He didn't. He was just wearing the jacket, who was a family heirloom. He didn't know about it. His brother didn't know about it. Maybe the dad did, but I don't think the dad probably knew. But none of them knew about it. And so can you imagine being AJ and you're just a regular jock? He's just a regular jock. He's chill and doing his own thing, and every woman just falls apart in front of him. And that's just a thing that happens. And he's just accepted that as part of the world. And then suddenly he's a woman. He just gets hit with the transgender beam, and that there's no explanation for it. It just happens. And then he's living a completely different show in which everybody he runs into is a lesbian. And then that's a different show, and it would be a much better show than whatever I watched this episode, to be honest with you. It would be. It would still be weird, but it would be better and funnier. So that would be cool. God, I'm disappointed that they stopped Willow. Straight up. That would have been so much fun. But I guess Marty McFly said, I guess you guys aren't ready for that yet, but your kids are gonna love it. What does it say about me that I consistently also feel for Dawn in empathetic way? Because I just genuinely, I understand the way that Dawn feels and sees the world and sees herself more than any other character in the show, probably. Because when Dawn was telling Buffy, I'm gonna kill myself because if I die, then at least he would know that I loved him so much that I died for him, and that would last forever. Out of the 4 choose your own adventure that we had of the split camera of everybody in a different location doing something different, of doing a transgender beam on AJ, Buffy going to murder someone with a rocket launcher, Anya going to rob a bank and committing crimes in general, and Dawn just being I'm gonna kill myself because that would make it fully real because I can't compete with anyone else. This is the only thing I have left to give is my life. Out of the 4 of them, the one that hits closer to home is Dawn. Unfortunately. I don't think I would rob a bank for a person. I don't think I would go and murder someone for a person. Maybe I would hit them with the transgender beam like Willow did, but I don't know magic. I mean, I know magic. You play your land 1 per turn, and then you tap it for the mana of the specific land type, and then you play your spells. But the one that I would unfortunately be more likely to be a part of is Dawn's, of the only thing I have is my life, and I'm just gonna give that away, because then at least I get to like fantasize about what it would be like for them to think and feel over that crazy person that kills themselves for you. And that sounds unhealthy, because it is. But it is the one that, like, I'm transfixing myself up to, like, when Dawn, like, on the age that Dawn is, which is like 17 or something. And I fully understand that feeling. At 17, 100%. I was there. I was 100% there. So, like, again, even though this is all made up because of some goofy spell shit, I still feel bad for Dawn because it was too real. Okay, something I want to say here. Okay, we're gonna stop here with the sillies. Silly, stop. Blue, make sure that you leave this slow as fuck transition into this part of the video, because we really need to calm down from all that stuff that just happened. But on a more serious note, and I'm gonna say it right here at the end, honestly, because I forgot, this is the first recording I'm doing of Buffy after the, once again, unfortunate passing of a cast member. This is the third one we've had in the last, like, year. That sucks. And it's, unfortunately, Anthony Stewart Head died. I don't know when he died, but it was announced on a couple days ago, this past Friday. So a couple days ago. And I don't know, man. Like, it's so difficult because, like, this is the third one that has occurred ever since I started watching the show. And even in the last year, like, we've got Michelle Trachtenberg, then we got Nicholas Brandon. Sorry, it didn't come to me for a second. And now we got Anthony Stewart Head. And those are all, like, amazing characters, because they're doing an amazing job in the show. Like, they are. Giles was 100% like my favorite character for a while at the very beginning of the show. And he was also, like, my editor's favorite character. So, you know, it fucking sucks. It just sucks. But, like, again, like I said with Michelle Trachtenberg, and I think I said it for Nicholas Brandon as well, but, like, I didn't know them personally. Like, I didn't know them as people. And if you're someone who knew them, even in a small capacity, like, you met them at a convention signing or something, like, let me know. I would like to hear those stories. But, like, I didn't know them, so there's nothing I can really say that has any really meaningful value to add to any conversation regarding grieving over the loss of someone that showed up in the show. But, like, it is something that we still feel as a loss. We still register it, because we saw him, and now we're not going to see him again. You know, we're going to see him in the form of the recording stuff he left us, and I'm probably going to see him again in this season at some point. But, like, it's still gonna sting to see and realize that person's gone, you know? And that kind of sucks in its own way. Something else I do want to say, and this is maybe getting a little distracted here, because sorry if I sound a little cold over this, like, loss, because, like, at the same time, again, like I said, I didn't know the man, so I can't really say much, because I also don't really feel that much. It sucks, but that's kind of where it ends. But the reason why that's the way also is because that happened this past Friday, and Anthony Stewart Head's death was the third death that I was informed of on that same Friday. By the time I heard that Anthony Stewart Head was dead, it had been maybe 6 hours of me grieving over other people. And by the time I heard that one, my honest to God reaction was out loud. I said, "You've got to be fucking kidding me." And I didn't grieve for him because I was just tired. I was just exhausted at that point, because I had already felt like shit over different losses earlier that day. And I want to be clear here. I want to be clear. It wasn't anyone in my life. It wasn't anyone I knew personally. It's okay. I'm okay. Don't worry. But it was people that I knew better than Anthony Stewart Head. But it wasn't anyone personal to my life, but it was other people that I had spent more time with than Anthony Stewart Head. And it was people that I understood better, saw better, and then I got to see people that knew him grieve over those people. And that also fucked me. Because I think that something that is true about me is that, like, maybe I don't have the immediate reaction that is so strong, but I will see other people's grieving and reacting and crying over it, and that will make me cry. Like, I have the, like, empathy in which, like, I see someone getting fucked up, and that will fuck me up. because I'm seeing someone else go through that, and that for some reason triggers it in me. So the list of people that has fucked me up on that Friday and the days after that kind of just left me in this like void of emotion of like, I'm just exhausted. I'm tired. But yeah, that Friday fucked me. It really did. Maybe you can put two and two together as to like who I'm talking about, because I made a reference to that a specific thing. It was a YouTuber that I followed, and it was my most watched channel previous year, actually. So I spent a long time following that person. And then it was a musician that I listened to a lot this year. It was probably my most listened musician this year. And then that person died also the same day. And then Anthony Stewart Head. And I was like, I can't, dude. It's too much. It was way too many things happening way at once. Like, no kidding, that Friday, I was probably gonna record this episode that Friday. And like, I saw that those news happening because it was very early in the morning, and that fucked me up. And I was like, I can't do this. Because contrary to maybe a different kind of job, when you're recording, I can't sit down and record and pretend that everything's okay when I'm sad like that, you know? I can't be sad and turn on the camera and pretend that everything's good. I can't do that. I'm sorry. Maybe some people can. I don't know if you can do that without swallowing your emotions to an unhealthy degree, but maybe some people can. I can't. So that fucked me up, and I spent the entire like weekend going over that process, and I think I'm better now, but it was exhausting is what I'm saying. Anthony Stewart's death's passing is very unfortunate. I wish I would have a more emotional connection to give you over that loss. And I will say, if you're someone who has had that like a strong reaction and just mourning, then by all means let me know in the comments. Because like I said, I think I work better whenever I'm connecting with other people in that empathetic way. So if you have any stories especially, let me know in the comment section. I would love to hear that. I would love to read those. But like, honestly, myself, I was so tired for days that at this point I'm just like, I think I'm okay. I think I'm done. I don't have anything else to say. I was just so tired, and now I'm just like kind of over it. And the ironic part is that if it had just been him, Anthony Stewart Head, I probably would have been more sad in this video recording. But because I had to deal with so much all at once, I just was forced to get over it. Because like my body was just like, you need to get the fuck out of here. So I'm over it now, but it feels like shit. It still does. And it just sucks. It's very unfortunate. And I have to say too that like the fact that this is the third one, not just that day, but just in general in terms of like Buffy casting, after Michelle and Nicholas, now it's Anthony Stewart Head. All I can say is I hope we don't get another one before I finish the show, because I really hope it doesn't. Something I read a couple times now is that there is a bunch of studies happening about like whether or not like COVID affected us in a way that is like very damaging to the body, and it's almost difficult to detect because it's all new, right? But because it was such a global pandemic, like everybody was affected in some way. And it's something that I'm wondering of like, is that something to keep in mind of like maybe a bunch of people are starting to die off because of that? But I don't know, like that's something to keep an eye on. I don't want to make it like a weird conspiracy theory, but it's just like, it feels like I've been seeing way too many people that I've been aware of die in the past like 2 years. And that feels crazy to me. It feels like way too much. Young people and old people alike. It's just like, I don't know what to do with this. It feels overwhelming. It really does. Like, I'm more than sad. I am tired. And I guess that's all I can say. Again, I'm sorry if I'm not as sad as you wanted me to be, but like, I can't help it. I'm just me. But I wish I can make this video like this comment section like maybe like a safe spot if anyone wants to like actually talk about this, talk about their feelings about, and maybe personal stories. Like that's mostly what I'm interested in. If you actually knew Anthony Stewart Head, like maybe not closely, obviously, but like on some way you got to meet him, that would be cool to hear about. That would be nice. Yeah, okay. Sorry to turn this like very silly episode into something like very serious right here at the end. I'm probably gonna like timestamp it in such a way so like you know. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this video recording. Thank you so much for tuning in for this episode to Buffy. See you guys next time. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. But if you would like to watch the next couple episodes of Buffy reactions as well as Angel watch-alongs and Buffy following reactions, you can do so over at the Patreon. Check out the links below, social media, all sorts of cool stuff that I do. See you guys next time. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.